Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and Whispers of the Old Gods expansion is out, so that means I'm gonna open 50 plus another 50 decks. Why do I say that? Because you can only buy 50 at a time with the gold. You can see I have enough gold here to do that. 5,000 gold gets you 50 packs. And I will be opening 100 packs here. This is my first pack opening video. Interesting. That gold is not going away. Is this a bug? Yeah, I didn't think so. So it's having a little bit of trouble there. Welcome to the Old Gods. Cthulhu would like to be the first to welcome you to with a tentacly embrace. So I already got one card. A couple of servants to help you open the Old Gods packs. Also got that. That's nice. So this is my first pack opening video, so I'm not sure what exactly you should do or people want to see on them. I assume, since we've got a lot to go here, let's just start with the cards that don't glow and get those open, and then we can look at them. I've already looked at all the cards, so I kind of know what they are. I've done 10 videos, I believe, that are on my channel just looking over every single card. So unless I see something that's super cool, these first few things are just gonna be opening cards. So I just earned like 3 packs, and then I just earned 3 packs. Why? I don't know. I just obviously this game is being a little bit buggy right now. The server is, because it's right at the second that these servers got updated, so we can do this. The problem I see, and this is just as someone who doesn't understand, understand what you're supposed to do in pack opening videos, is the only thing that would interest me is looking at like the number of cards I haven't collected at the end of this, so the wrap up, and just maybe if you get some legendaries. I imagine people don't play Hearthstone as much as I end up doing to get enough gold to open 100 packs, but I've been saving for months and months and months to get that much, and frankly I've also not done any arena runs because I'm very bad at arena runs and lose money in that trade. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's time efficient to even sit here and go through here and highlight. I wonder how many packs are we gonna get before we get a legendary. You can't really zoom in on these cards any more than they are too, so if you really wanted to look at them, you need to go in the collection, and that's where I think the real picture of how much of the collection you can get is gonna reveal itself. This is a little gross sounding pack opening. All we've gotten is rare and commons and uncommons. I kind of wonder if 100 packs is enough. Finally, our first epic. How many packs was that? We get a golden rare. Now, I need to explain that my rule is to always turn golden into dust. Even if it is turning a golden into dust and then creating the same card with that dust, which is an equal trade. The reason why I want to do that is simply because my collection is nowhere close to being all golden. And I want my entire deck to be all goldens before I'd use any goldens. And since that's nowhere close, first epic was about 7 decks in. No, it was about 10 decks in actually, because we started at 103. nice extras. So, yeah, I will... That one seemed like it opened differently in the animation. But it didn't give us any golden cards or epics or anything. Maybe I'm just being silly there. So, I really don't know what to do here. I'm hoping that opening 100 packs will get me at least one of every card, but to say getting one of every card is also saying you'd get every legendary, and that's kind of reaching. I would like maybe 90% of all cards. I imagine they'll give us some more free packs through other things. You know, like right there I got 3 of the exact same card. That is very strange. I wonder if you could open a pack and get 5 of the exact same card. Well, you can get 3, so it probably can get 5. Well, no you can't, because it would have to be 1 rare and then like, well, I guess it could. Man, I've already got 4 of this card. I wonder if I'm going to end up turning everything into dust. Now, there was a couple things that I could have done instead. Finally, second epic at about 20 decks opened. It seems either we're running very in line with percentages or the game is programmed to do this. And if it's programmed to give you an epic every 10 packs you open, then that even makes it less realistic and cheatery as far as selling you packs. If they're calculating it in such a way so that you never get random draws. I don't know why they would specifically need to do that though, because with the dust system, even getting that extra third or extra fourth of any card just gives me dust that allows me to get whatever I'm missing.
Golden common.
There's another golden. I often feel like if you use dust to unlock something, this is taking a while. It must have to hit the server. Not 2 goldens right next to each other. It must have to hit the server every time I open a pack. Just, it probably asks for like 4 lines or 5 lines of text, and that's what it gets back, telling you the identifier of each card you got. So I imagine on the server side, somebody could program it so you got like gold legendaries for every other card. For every card. But to get back to what I was saying, I could have opened 50 packs of Whispers of the Old Gods and then 50 packs of Goblins vs. Gnomes. The Goblins vs. Gnomes cards only being available in Wild, and also only being available for purchase probably up to today. And I didn't even check. So I will have to check and see. They may have immediately gotten rid of Goblins vs. Gnomes in this update too, so it may be too late, which is always weird. The next thought would be to get 50 packs of the new expansion, then get 50 packs of the classic cards, because there's still classic cards I don't have. Basic cards, I think I have them all. There's reward cards that, there's like 2 reward cards now that you can make with dust. So I can make more of those now, the one I'm missing. And, well, there's like 4 now I need to make with dust. Here's an epic 0. But at the end of the day, I figured everybody is going to be most excited with the new expansion. The new expansion is going to have the new cards that, well, I might be able to play strategies other people haven't thought of before. Here we can see other people on my friends list are opening packs like crazy too. And you get a thing where you get a notification when they get a high enough level card. It has to be a epic, I believe. So we're at 70 now. First legendary. It took 33 packs to get our first legendary. So, effectively, with Goblins vs. Gnomes gone, you can only make those cards to play them in Wild, only Wild to play, with Dust, which is actually incredibly more expensive. If you had been playing from the very beginning and been playing Hearthstone a ton of hours a day, like if you're streaming on Twitch, you probably have a full collection. I've seen people on Twitch with like what seems like full collections and tons of dust on top of that. And so it wouldn't be a problem for those people, but those are probably not the majority by far. That's probably the 1% of Hearthstone players. Everybody else, if they want a Goblins vs. Gnomes card now, is going to have to work very, very hard, because one extra common card only gives you like 40 dust. And to make a common card from dust is, I think, 160, so you're talking a 3-to-1 ratio. If I'm getting any of those numbers right.
Legendary.
Second legendary, good. I'm glad we're getting the legendaries. Now, it's hard to understand how many legendaries I really need to get, because you can only have or use one legendary per deck. So if I got 5 here, I might have almost every legendary. If I got 10, I'd probably have them all. But I doubt I'm gonna get 10 at this rate. But I'm seeing a lot of cards repeat, common ones. So this will by far give me the most amount of dust. And I haven't been super specific on what I craft with dust. I think here we will craft only the commons of the Whispers of the Old Gods expansion with dust. That way we can create as many as possible. I think that would make sense. Although, maybe not. Maybe I should go the other way. I have like 8 of those. Now, 100 packs may be too many for this expansion. There's about 130 for cards in the game. If you can get 2 of those, you only need like 200 cards, and you're getting 5 in each one, so 20 potentially would 20 like, well, it's 5 per deck, 100, that's 500 cards. So in theory, if every single card I got was unique, opening 100 packs should give me double the entire collection, or around there. Just very simple math. I can't pull out a calculator and do it right.
Golden comment.
2 goldens. That's a pretty big. Ooh, 3 goldens. So you could definitely get 5 goldens. Seems like. So I may very well just have a full collection.
Legendary.
Another legendary, good. I'm very short on legendaries anyway, so I would definitely want those. If I somehow manage to get this entire collection and have dust, on top of that, we'll go into the classic collection and see if I have any classics I can craft. I kind of prefer to have 1 of every card over 2 of every card, because I just don't think I'll have enough dust to do both of those. This is my goal going forward, so I'm gonna typically stay away from arena runs, which was eating up a lot of my gold from doing all the quests every 3 days, which is a crazy thing. I wish they could adjust it some. So here we are, 50 packs. I wish you would get gold even if you lost the game based on the number of cards you played or the time you took. I wish you would have the ability to hold like 5 cards quests in your queue, so you only had to come back like once every 5 days or once every 7 days would be nice. So a 7 quest queue that you could overlap quests and accomplish multiple things in a single game. We're past the halfway point now. And frankly, I just wish it would give you a lot more gold. It's a lot of work. You have to play a lot to get as much as I have. And maybe I'll get good at Arena. Maybe I'll just get good with this game and start winning more gold than it costs to enter the Arena runs on average. If that was really to happen, which I'm questioning. I think this is the first time we've gotten this card, but it would be hard to tell. It's hard to tell to sit here and memorize what cards you've gotten after opening 55 packs, 58 packs now. Because I got that extra 3. The math would have been so much easier if they hadn't given me 3 extra packs. But this is really getting to the point where I just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here with the card pack opening videos. I know people like them, but all I can do is incessantly talk, as I always do, and add my commentary. Ooh, another legendary. That's what I do with my Hearthstone regular channel anyways, so it's my vlog, or blog, not vlog, because I guess you might call it a video blog, but it doesn't show my face. I don't ever show my face, so I don't know if that counts. I would like people to let me know in the comments what they think about that. And let me know in the comments what you think about this pack opening and what you wanted me to do. I have a very small audience right now, and I want to give them what they want. But with a small number of subscribers and a small number of views on videos, you get no comments at all quite often. So. We have over 10 of these at this rate. That must be an incredibly common card, or just that the artwork must be really stand out. We have a lot of these cards too. I wonder if it's better to open the packs in a certain number. I think I saw somebody on YouTube talk about this, and they said that there was a strategy of just how many packs you should buy and how many packs you should open at a time. I don't particularly understand what the strategy would be or what would change versus just opening 100 packs now. Honestly, I think this is probably a very good strategy with an expansion though, to open 100 packs. Would I ever go to 150? I don't think so, because it just kind of, if I have that much gold, I think I'd start doing arena runs, and if I start having more gold on top of arena runs, then I might do 150 packs, but I think I'd also probably break up after 100, and I'd just be like, I'm going to do a 100 pack opening, and then I will do another 50 pack opening at a different time. But I don't even know why you would need to in an expansion. This is the biggest expansion ever so far, and it only gave you 134 cards or so, I think. So that opening 200 packs seems like it would be way too much overkill. Maybe if I had every single card in every single collection and I was just trying to get gold, that would work. I think I have about 15 of these cards now, and I probably have 10 of these cards. I probably have about 8 of these cards. Those are the numbers that's been really
golden
interests me.
coming.
So I use a program when I'm normally recording called Hearthstone Deck Tracker. My best videos by far is a tutorial on how to set it up and use it to record and stream because it's quite complicated. And I was hoping that it might have a feature or a plugin that would add up the number of cards I've just opened. Unfortunately, no plugin exists like that, so, and it doesn't really matter because you still have to go in the collection, and we will see in the collection when we get here in 25 more packs that all the information I was hoping I could get a running count on while we're doing this will just be showed at the end. But I would like a running count plugin. So if programmers are out there and they want to make a Hearthstone Deck Tracker plugin that would just add all of these. They did put a patch out to handle the new cards. They have to do that for Hearthstone Deck Tracker because obviously they can't detect a card that they didn't know existed. A lot of things have changed with this expansion. They've nerfed 12 classic cards, they've gotten rid of Gods and Curse of Gnomes and Curse of Nexramus as being able to purchase that. So if you didn't get Curse of Nexramus right now, you're too late. You can't get it ever. And that seems really weird that they would do that. I think it's kind of less than generous for Blizzard to do that. In the honesty, they should have it as a free thing or still sell it with some caveats and warnings at cheaper levels. Because they really made content there and then just got rid of it. Because Curse of Nexramus is a solo adventure, which is kind of weird that there are solo adventures in this game at all. There needs to be more solo playing events, though, because you have a better chance of winning. The problem with this game being competitive online is that an average player is going to lose half of the time. And that's just how it's always going to be. If you're an average player, you will win 50% of the time, and you will lose 50% of the time, which is an incredibly high amount of time to lose in a game. Playing a single player game, you might die once, you may never die in a game, you may die like 8 times over the course of 10 hours of gameplay. Playing an hour of Hearthstone, I could die 8-10 times in that 1 hour. So if they put more single player modes in here, if they let you earn gold playing single player mode, which they don't right now, single player practice mode, or maybe you can play Curse of Nexramus and get some gold. I don't think you can though. I don't think you can complete quests doing that. They're very, very focused on forcing you to play in either ranked or casual mode. Now it is ranked or casual mode in wild and standard play, so now there's 4 modes, which is only going to split up the number of players, but still not really make anything any better there. The only way they could make the online matchmaking a better experience for an average player would be to put in AI bots that were programmed to lose. So most of the time you play with a real person, and then every now and then you play with something that's programmed to lose. And we see some of that already, but I assume it's by people that are trying to cheat. So they're making fake accounts, having a computer play for them, either to try to get that account wins, or to try and get other accounts wins. Since it's random matchmaking, I guess if you had hundreds of AIs going on, just programmed to lose each time, and if you tried to play, you increase your chances of running into one of them. It doesn't seem very logical. Not until Hearthstone and Blizzard themselves started actually implementing something like that does it make any sense. And it would have to be almost 50% of the time you play against a computer, too, just so you can get up to a 75% win ratio, which in my opinion is still a little too low. I'd want something closer to 80 or 90%, which means 2/3 of the time run into an AI bot, and then every third game you run into a real person.
Legendary.
That's another legendary. Is that number 5 or number 4 legendary? I should have kept count. So we're almost done here. I have 6 more packs, and I imagine I still am going to have a decent amount of legendaries to get. But I suspect for commons and uncommons I have at least 2 of everything. It'd be really, really strange if I missed a common or uncommon. But I bet I'm missing some epics at least, and maybe even a couple of rares. And I'll have to play with the system a little bit to see how we can look at it and see what we're missing, what not missing. I don't know if I can filter by rarity in the collection. They've added some new search terms and such. One of the things they've changed that they haven't really mentioned, or I haven't made a video about, is they got rid of the sorry emote because people were saying sorry sarcastically so often and having bad manners with it. So they've gotten rid of the, you can right click on the head and say sorry, you can't do that anymore. Now there's something that says awesome instead. So all the characters have a new emote. I'll make a video about it, I'm sure, because I like to make these announcement videos, and frankly they get a lot more views than my average Hearthstone videos or any of the other videos on my channel. I am such a egg, as it is, such a baby of a YouTube channel that it's the server's still having trouble here. Trying to click on the collection. My channel's so new that most videos get 1 or 2 video views when they go out, and maybe 1 or 2 of those views are me looking at my own videos, checking the quality and such. So I definitely need more subscribers. I need subscribers that are going to be loyal fans too. Or even if people don't subscribe, I need them to click on playlists where I have a playlist for every game and watch that. Watch the entire series over time, which is a big commitment, because if you're going to watch me play an entire game, you're talking at least 5 hours, probably 10. If it's a really long game like The Witcher 3, you might be talking 100 hours or more, 200 hours. So obviously I'm not expecting people to sit through it all in one go, but try to pause yourself. There we go, finally the server works. Try to do it in such a way that, let's see, I want to look at old cards, and I want to look at them in crafting mode. And I will include uncraftable cards. So this is going to give me a massive 2,730 dust just on extras. So let's just start here. We have only 1 of this, 5 of this, 1 of this, 5 of this, 1 of this, 5 of this, 5 of this, 9 plus of this. So let's see, how many do we have? If we disenchant for 1 for 5 dust, now I have 9 remaining. So this common card only gave me 5 dust, so that's why even having a ton of extra cards, which I do, is not really the best option here. It's not giving me anywhere near the thousands and thousands I would like. And then we have 1 of this. So we can already see it would cost me 400 dust to craft this. I don't have 400 dust yet. I only have 355 until I disenchant things. And so it would, 400 gets me 5, 6, almost 7 cards, 7 of these epic cards. It would cost me 100 to create the rare cards, and I don't think I'm gonna run into any commons. that I don't have 2 of. So opening 100 packs doesn't get you a full set. We can tell you that right there. We have this, it's 7, this is 3, this is 5, this is 3, this is 6, this is 4. And see, if there is some kind of mechanism in here where it knows you have 5 of some card after you open a certain number of packs and go back and open some more packs, it would make some more sense. This legendary is going to cost 1600 dust. This rare is going to cost 400. I didn't get those 2. I did get that. So I'm missing 2 cards here. This card never got it. 7 of that, 5 of that. It seems unrealistic that you would have so many cards that you got the same of. Like, how many did I get? Here. 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of those. So I got 13 of those cards, did not get 1 of several of the others. Now I'll start with the neutral things, making it with dust. In a lot of ways, I probably should think about making classic cards with dust before I even spend any of it here. A lot of duplicates and still a lot of things just not collected. So I could see why I would do 150 packs here, but maybe I should break it up. That might help a lot. Like, how many did we get of this card? 10. So 10 of those. Didn't get this card. How many did we get of this? 10, 11. So 11 of those. So I'm counting, if it says 9 plus, I hit it once, that means 10. If I hit it twice, that means 11, and so on and so on and so on. A bunch of cards missing here still. We didn't get a lot of duplicates of things. Big 10. I kind of wish the game would just stop giving you cards after you had 9. I can see letting you have a little bit more than the 2 maximum you can play of any deck, but at 9 it should just say, no, this guy has 9 of them already, give him some different card. And then you could force it to give you legendary cards. And maybe there would be a trick there where you could force it to give you the cards you really wanted or didn't have, but that would be at such a long amount of pack openings that I think you deserve that reward. So now we're into the neutral cards. We are missing 1 neutral card here. How many did this one get? We didn't get a lot of Murloc cards in this expansion. 12, 13. 13 of this Murloc card. I kind of hoped that there had been a lot more mechs in this deck, in this expansion, because almost all the mechs were Goblins versus Gnomes cards, and so now playing a mech deck kind of makes no sense at all in standard play, and they didn't really replace that. They threw in some 12 of those. They threw in some dragons in this expansion, but not enough still, in my opinion. I think we're still very light on dragon cards. They threw in a couple of pirates, which is alright. I didn't feel like we needed a lot of pirates, but it would have been nice for a couple more. Or, I think 10 of those. I think we're probably about average on the number of pirates. But the mechs are just totally gone. You can't play that in standard at all. They might as well have not had the 1 or 2 that they added here. So that's 10 for as little thought as it was. Maybe in the next expansion we will get a ton of new mech cards, and it will just be totally focused on that. But I'd prefer if they didn't do that and it instead did something different. Now this is the one that had the most, so let's see. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of those. So 14 extra cards. You only could play 2 in a deck ever. It'd be really strange if the game ever changed it. This is interesting because this is a legendary card. So I will disenchant one of these when I click this button and get that 400 dust. But it's 1600 dust to create a legendary card, so it is a 3-to-1 ratio, like I was thinking it was. We were given this one as a reward card. It's a legendary. Everybody gets a Cthulhu. That's a good call because frankly you could not play half of these cards without Cthulhu because they specifically say give Cthulhu +2/+2 wherever it is or something like that. And we can see these level 10 legendaries. We didn't get a lot of them. We're still missing quite a lot. We did get this one, though. At the end of your turn, put a minion from your deck into the battlefield, which is probably one of the most legendaries that I would have wanted to gotten. So we click here. We're going to disenchant one legendary for 400. Then we're going to disenchant 50 rares for 1,000 dust. So look at that difference there. One legendary gives you 400. It takes 50 to give you to do 1,000. That's a big trade-off there. And then I'm going to disenchant 243 extra common cards to give me 12,015 dust. And it does it really fast, and that is by far the most amount of dust I've ever had. So I think you click here to get out of crafting mode, and you click here to get back into it. We've still got some stuff here to do. Fortunately, we have these gold things. Now, you disenchant this for 100. You craft this for 100. That's just what I do. Although, in this case, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to disenchant it for 100 and be done with it. Which leaves me with less than 2 of these. But notice here that there's 2 of these and 2 of these. So I'm going to disenchant both of these. But they are of lower rarity, so they only give me 100 for both of them. Now, once I have 2 of every single regular card and 1 of every legendary, I very well may come back and make gold versions of everything. Let's see, Dark Arcanoi. Disenchant. But for the moment, for the next couple of years probably, I just don't want to play with mixed decks. I don't find it interesting to have one golden card. The golden back cards are really not that cool looking to me anyways, and it's not like when you play a golden card, your opponent is like, wow, he's got a golden card, he must have been playing in all the tournaments and he must be an expert, I should just give up now. It doesn't mean anything at all. Now, of course, this unpacking video didn't really talk about the cards much at all. Is that a mistake? Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure what people wanted to do. I'm not sure if people even want to see me do this much. Maybe this should be a dust video or a crafting video or call it something different. I don't know. I've not heard any phrase that makes any sense so far. So disenchant all of this and it will give us some more dust, and then I need to kind of think, do I want to make classic cards? There is an advantage to making classic cards with dust. over regular cards, because in a couple years, this expansion is going to be banned for everything but wild, unless they change the rules, which very well they might, so you can't really predict the future and know for certain. But what they've said they're going to do is ban this in a couple years, so they're saying that at least already. But they're never going to really ban basic or classic cards. I think what they should do is probably hand a complete set of classic and basic cards to new players, particularly as the years go by and you need more and more cards just to stay up with the curve. It's going to become incredibly difficult in a couple of years for a new player to play Hearthstone against so many people with so many better cards and expansions on top of it. So I think if new players were just rewarded for things like that, that would be great. So one of the things I could do is I could go to the reward cards here, and I could craft this guy, the Elite Tauren Chief, who is a promo card, so he probably is never going to get banned. And I could craft this guy, who's a promo card, and he's probably never going to get banned. He's a legendary, so I don't need any more of them. And he is a reward card that you get when you're pirate, when you have all the pirates. So I should probably search for pirate cards and get that too. I thought they said that you were going to be able to craft these, but they may have not implemented that. But if I make this one and this one, that's almost all my dust right there. Then the other thing to do is basic. When you don't include the uncraftable cards, there are no basic cards to craft, because if they were craftable, they'd be classic cards. And these cards are never going to get banned, but what they are going to do is they're going to end up being nerfed. So we have cards such as Leper Gnome here that used to be a 1 mana, 2 attack, 1 health. It just magically got changed into a 1 mana, 1 attack, 1 health, and they didn't ask your opinion on it really, and they just did it. So there is logic here to making this legendary card, or this legendary card, or this legendary card on top of it. And I can't search by rarity, oddly enough. I think there might be a way if I typed in certain names, like I could probably type in uncommon or rarity : uncommon. They introduced new search terms and I've already forgotten whether that was one of them. So I could make all that, and you can see there's a ton of just neutral legendaries here. They changed this one too. This used to cost 20. Here they're even telling you this card was recently modified and the disenchant value has been adjusted. So you are getting 400 dust to disenchant it and 400 dust to create it. So they are giving you more dust because of that. So what does that mean? Probably means I can have 2 of these a lot cheaper than I could have before. For a epic, this epic is 400 too. So that's what I could do. In fact, it's what I should do. But they do have a tendency to give you packs of classic cards anyways. So instead, let's go crazy. Starting with the neutral, we're going to do everything but legendary and craft it. Create this for 400 until we run out. Because the whole point of this is to have as many of the new expansion cards as possible. This will certainly help me. I'm going to put out videos in which I build new decks.
I was right all along.
Yeah. in which I'll build new decks for every single character class.
Heed the call of Cthulhu.
And so, with the new cards, oops, that was a mistake. I did not intend to do legendaries, but I got into them. Let's see, so that's all the neutral cards. There might be an argument that having all of the character cards would be helpful too. But this is one card I definitely wanted to try out. So it's a little weird here. 100 packs and still nowhere really close to having a full collection. A lot of cards I only have one of. A lot of cards I don't have any of. And I really should have spent my gold on the classic cards because they're gonna have longer life in them. Here's a rare card, I can make that. I'm down to 230 dust.
Cake.
So the dust I got, even though it felt like it was massive amounts for all of that, it wasn't enough by far. There's a lot of cards here that I still am missing. It's a shame. So yeah, I could see myself doing like several 50 card packs openings videos. I think I'd probably break it up into 50s. So can you see how many cards you have now in total? I don't think there is a way, per se. So this is all cards, not just standard cards. So they've even broken up this in a way. Now I have a gold here, but these are uncraftables. You get those as rewards, so I can't do anything about that. When you start clicking forward here, you're gonna start to see the problem as we go throughout the years. You're just gonna have a ridiculous amount of cards to sort through. And you're gonna have to go to an online source that tells you build a deck with these cards if you want to be competitive at all, because tons of the cards you will have collected over the years are just going to be either banned or not useful anymore because they're too weak. Even on each character class, you're getting 6-7 pages here of just that one character. Just the rogue can play this. This is an interesting page background. It needs a little tweaking with the number here, because that's kind of hard to read, but I like the rest of it being this dark brown leather tone style. Yeah, I don't know how you really fix the problem of having too many cards though, without just getting rid of cards. So let's just, to again point this out, let's see how many pages of neutral cards there are. There's 8 per page, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We're at 27, we're halfway there. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So 39 times 8, you're talking 240 around that. Let's over 250 cards, unique cards just on neutral now. That's a lot. And what is it at page 109 in total here of cards? Now if I just set that to standard cards, you start to see, well, actually it's page 94. So 100, about half the cards now feel like they've been banned. in standard play. This one just here, it's a lot quicker to get through these cards. And that's what they're trying to adjust on this with the standard play, is have it be a more controllable amount, but I don't know if they're succeeding at that. Anyways, that was our 100 card pack opening video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's gonna take me a good long amount of time to do all the quests and get back up to 100 packs, and I don't feel like I'm specifically going to do that in this expansion. I think I'll probably just save up for another 100 packs here. Just want to quickly look here. Yep, Curse of Nyxramus is totally gone, and Goblins vs. Gnomes are totally gone. Cannot get them. Too late. Sorry. I bet you cannot see Nyxramus here if you haven't purchased it. That's really sucky. Really, really sucky that they would take away things like that. And put a warning on it, sure, but don't just make it so you can't buy it. Now the only way I can get Goblins vs. Gnomes cards is by crafting it with dust, and you saw it with crafting with dust. It doesn't work very well. Anyways, that's it for my first card pack opening video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments how I can improve it. This has probably been a very long video for it. I don't know how to really speed it up too much. Should I have stopped right after I opened 100 card pack? Should I only do 50 card pack at a time? Should I look at the collection in a separate video? Should I look at the collection at all? Should I craft things with dust after I look at things in the collection, or should I disenchant things with dust? Should I talk about something specifically different? I'm not going to make a video where I don't talk ever, because if you just want to watch me open packs and not hear me talk, you can always mute me. So I want to try to serve at least 2 markets there. So if there's something better you want me to talk about, I'll consider talking about that, but never gonna just go full silent. That's it for this video. As always, I end my videos the same way. I ask you to like this video, I ask you to share it with your friends, I ask you to comment if you want to, and I ask you to watch every second of my videos, because that tells YouTube that my videos are interesting, and it then recommends it to more people. If you want to support me even further than that, you can click on my name, Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. If you click that and make a donation, I'd be very much appreciative. Also on my main YouTube page is a playlist tab. I play a lot of different games, including Hearthstone, so you can click that playlist tab and see a playlist for every single game I've covered. There's a lot of them, so I'm sure you'll find something that interests you. And then finally, down below, I have links to all my social media sites, so follow and friend me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+. You can friend me on Steam, and you can friend me on Battle.net. I actually need a lot of people to friend me on Battle.net, because you get quests to watch other people win at Hearthstone, and it's rather difficult under tight time frames to have somebody be online and actually playing somebody else and actually win. So more friends the merrier. I want to fill up both those lists. And then that's it. So thank you for watching. Have a good evening.